Road Fund Management, Ministerial of Finance and Development Planning, all department, development partner, sector-specific representatives are all in here. So the agenda item we start now is opening section. There will be welcome remarks. Honorable Roland Lafayette Giddens will give an overview of deep dive process.
Well, the Minister of Finance will do that.
Will welcome us, and then the overview will be given by the ministers with 3 hats, and we'll explain that later.
Good morning to everybody, and welcome to the Ministry of Public Works. So let me take this time to officially say welcome to the Minister of Finance, a very good friend and brother, and very supportive of what we do here at the Ministry of Public Works. Today, media, of course, bringing us together, both the Ministry of Public Works partners and the Ministry of Finance, to look at some of the issues we have with the implementation of our projects, especially the donor-funded projects. So the Minister is here today with the team, and I think this is going to create efficiency in the implementation of our project, because of course all that we do ends up to an extent with the Ministry of Finance, especially the one that has to do with financing most of the big projects. So it makes sense for us to unlock some of the bottlenecks as we work together and improve efficiency. It was spoken about that all the big projects were at the spring meeting. We are lacking behind in terms of disbursement. So there will be some issue on our side as government. While it's true the development partners will have their issue, but we could also have our issues. So the intent is for us to settle our issues and allow the development partners to be the one that will put under pressure so that we can deliver on the big projects. So once more, there's Dr. Fan and the team on behalf of the Ministry of Public Works. Let me say welcome. Of course, my team is on the side. Deputy Minister for Administration, Deputy for Rural Development Community Services, Assistant Minister for Administration, Assistant Minister there for the African Share, very beautiful African Share for Community Services, the Assistant Minister for Construction, the Assistant Minister for Rural Roads, AZV, Assistant Minister for Operations, sitting right there, Marcus Sassi. I'm really happy for your job. This is from the PIU, the LURP project. We have the head, Flambo. We have IIU, Monrovia. We also have the Visa project funded by UC. What is the ELSIS? And with that, we have former Assistant Minister for Rural Development, yes, who is now with the IIU, Paris. And we have the Procurement Chief for the IIU. On the other side, we also have there in the midst the head of the PIU for the African Development Bank project, Keseli. And then we have our legal, of course, who you may know, all of you may know, Councilor Dix, Michael Dix. Nobody forget about anybody. But on the table, those are the ministers that are here. We have our support staff here. The procurement director is here also, and the controller, Tony. So, Minister, thank you, and welcome to your team. Thank you.
Okay, next on the agenda has to do with overview of the deep dive process. And this information will be released by a student activist, Minister of Finance, former budget expert, and the one who wears 3 hats. He wears political hats, he wears the financial hat, and he wears the diplomatic hat. And he's nobody else but Augustine Pede. Because of the 3 hats, this is why we are making breakthrough in the Arab Spring. Wherever we can be able to connect and make sure resources flow. Honorable Gafwan, you are welcome to give us the overview. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Honorable Dona. Firstly, I need to say how happy we are to be here at the Ministry of Works and to be at the epicenter of delivery. Very happy as my colleague and brother, Roland Giddings, welcome us here in this conference room. Years ago, I remember I was in this conference room, different administration. We're talking different projects. We're talking rail light to Banga, to Ganta border. We're talking PRW to begin. And that each time we drive on the road, we must appreciate the work that was done by all of us, but mainly by people here at Public Works, some of whom are still here, and that, under the able leadership of Minister Giddings, Public Works is in full gear. And we are very happy. We could have called this meeting at the Ministry of Finance, but I said no, we must come and humble ourselves and meet the people that matter. You are the people who make things happen. Our job at the Ministry of Finance is to be chief facilitators. As I said once upon a time, Finance Ministry is like the heart that pumps the blood. If the heart does not pump the blood well, the hand will get paralyzed, the feet will get paralyzed. The Ministry of Public Works is key deliverer of government's arrest agenda. The Liberia Electricity Corporation and others, they are key deliverers. We should be at the Ministry of Finance supporting your effort, meaning pumping blood, making sure that you have the necessary resources, but not just having it, but having it on time. Having it on time so that we don't miss time. So the idea of a deep dive is because our people are impatient. They want development and they want development now. They want delivery and they want delivery now. There is impatience out there, and we in government must be impatient in here. So, on the sidelines of the spring meeting in Washington, D.C., we had the honor of having our presence, your minister. In fact, before we went to the spring meeting, we were in Kuwait City to unlock the Banga-Menekoma Highway project. We've made significant progress on that. And as we speak, the Arab Coordination Group should be meeting in Kuwait City to see how they are financing for the next phase. The Salaye Mojama, with principal focus on the Salaye Konya leg, can be secured. We have very good meetings at the spring meeting, and he was there with us. And that synergy between finance and public works is what works. And that's why we have come. But we are having deep dives with the key deliverers of government, given that works, roads, bridges, so important for our delivery. In fact, I usually like to quote the Chinese who say that the road to development begins with the development of roads. So that's why we're starting here in our deep dive session. Tomorrow we're going to agriculture. We'll be hosted by Minister Buta and his team. On Thursday we're going to health. We'll be hosted by Dr. Koto and her team. Next week, education, key deliverers. The goal is to be able to move fast with quality and excellence. So let me, before I introduce my team, say thanks to you, Mr. Giddings, and your able team. And he's the leader. All the good strides that Public Works has made is because you all have worked very well. You are doing your part well. We leaders have a way of taking the praise. Although we take the blame too. When those negative headlines come, it's our picture. And sometimes when the positive headlines come, it's our picture. So, but you all are the reasons why ministers succeed. The reason why Public Works is being held around is you all are doing your jobs well. We've come to say thank you. That's the first thing I came to say. Thank you for doing well. And I say this on behalf of the president with whom I sat last night, and I told him about this meeting. He was very happy. So he conveyed his thanks to you, Mr. Giddings, and your team. And they say the reward for doing well is the burden to do more. So, because you are doing well, we have come to give you burdens, unfortunately. So we have come so that we take a deep dive. We've come to talk honestly. We've come to discuss few things. One, government financing through the budget. Your issues, your challenges. I want you to tell us our problem. And that we've come for honest conversation. We're taking notes. Usually when people talk about delays, you put it on the ministry, right? So the Ministry of Finance or the Ministry of Public Works, but we want to take it from a ministry because technically everybody owns the ministry. We want to take a problem and carry it to a desk. In finance, there is some department. In that department, there is somebody. This problem we're facing, let's find the desk that is responsible. Because from here, we'll be very tolerant to delays. So we will take action. We will tell you our problem with you and also tell us your problem with us. We'll take note and then we'll commit to action and change. We'll have timelines. We'll monitor ourselves. This is an action discussion. We didn't come here for too many theories. Nobody theory. We came here to hear what we need to do to move fast. When it comes to the donor-related projects, he was there with us in the meeting. Like the World Bank, for example, talking about disbursement rate of just about 13%, across World Bank related projects. Why would disbursement rate be so low over time? Yes, while we are talking about accessing more money, what this means is that there's huge amount of money hanging up there, and we're not leveraging as fast as we could. So, do you know what happens to us, to the economy, if we just double or triple disbursement rate? We need to work on procurement delays. We need to work on little things that matter. Sometimes they think that can make the whole Titanic to sink, they just a small little hole. You know, whole Titanic. So somebody somewhere may not do his part of the job in this relay run, and then the whole team fails, and then we delay for 1 year. And you know our rainy season challenge. So we come here to be impatient with ourselves. The fire for rockets to go up in space. There's always fire under the rocket, right? There's fire that propels achievement. The people have fire out there, the impatience, which is necessary. We must put ourselves on fire to deliver. So basically that's why we've come. Honest conversation, we'll talk the government budget first. That's why here I came along with the entire team. You know, they've been giving mandates to listing. Take note because I'm going to hold them accountable. On my immediate left is Honorable Depu Wazuo. He's the Deputy Minister for Economic Management. He's the main one that, main person in his department, coordinates donors and others. And next to him is Honorable Tane Bronson, the Deputy Minister for Budget and Planning. She's here, and she came along with her Assistant Minister for Budget versus Honorable Honorable Sarah McGill Mulva. And then we came with the Assistant Minister for Planning, Honorable J. Wellington Bachu, State right at the store. What it is. But usually I say when you don't know what J means, and then you just say John. Probability is correct 90%. You know, and other people here, our technical crew, you know, analysts, the whole crew is here. We couldn't have gotten the whole finance team in one room at one point. Although the minister sometimes will come and we have to assemble people, but we assemble them here. So that's the reason we're here. I will have to rush later for about 30 minutes or so to the margin for a meeting, but I'll come right back. It's good, maybe even tell you about break time, because I personally want to hear. I'm going to take notes and we're going to act. So let me conclude by saying thanks again for hosting us. The essence of this is that, you know, I like this. We all sitting in this room, we should consider ourselves privileged. We have a little over 5 million persons who call themselves Liberians. All of them cannot work in government. So the fact that we are the ones sitting here is a privilege. We have to work for all the others out there. And I know the joy that comes if we connect this country. You know it, you see it. The people smile. They say, what do you want out of this thing? It's just the fact that somebody going to Harper can go to Harper without spending 2 weeks on the roadside. And if you, Honorable Donor, all of you, if we deliver that, I mean, the joy that comes from making things easier for people. Our country is small. We must connect this country. The rules agenda fit to the rest agenda. The president is clear. He's very clear on it. So that's the mandate we have. We must connect the country. We must do the Ganta happen. Thanks for the progress. Thanks, Minister, and your team for the progress so far. We must do the Banga Medicoma. Thanks for the progress. There were challenges, but we see way clear. And we are on the Bicana, Greenville, and to connect. Thanks for the progress. We see the community roads. Minister, thanks for the progress, you and your team. We can do more. And we have come to work to do more. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Minister Gaffron, for this insightful overview to the deep dive process. And let me reiterate that we are here for action, not for theory. All right? The speed breakers along the way for Ministry of Public Works, we need to let the Ministry of Finance know that there are speed breakers that are high, and we need to bring it down so the Ministry of Public Works can hit the target. Thank you for the overview. We move down. Next on the agenda is now government budget execution, public work issues, challenges, and way forward.